Here we are again, ready to continue that conversation about what dog fits your lifestyle. I've grouped together two groups that have lots of big dogs that have jobs. There are working and herding groups. This is Buddy, I'm Bree, we're in the doghouse, and we want to find you the dog that fits your lifestyle. Buddy is an Australian Shepherd mix, probably with some Catahoula or something else that carries this blue-eyed Merle gene. Catahoulas are a Louisiana-based working breed dog. Buddy has a lot of herding and working breed tendencies, requires lots and lots of exercise. Our herding and working breeds are almost all very, very, very energetic, and they have a lot of mental intelligence, and they need to be worn out both physically and mentally to be a happy dog for you. And this dog comes to me to be part of my extended family for play days, for exercise, for conditioning, and for training every single week, or he would not be a good dog for his mom and dad. So that's your working slash herding mixed breeds, as well as all those individual AKC breeds. So your working dogs, they're all large, all of them. They work on farms, they work in the military with police, they work pulling sleds, they are protection dogs. So here's your Dobies, your Rotties, your Akita, your Huskies. Those are some of your more common working dogs. Your Great Dane. These dogs are large and dominant. Now let's talk about your Chinook. That's a sweet, sweet working breed that's focused primarily on the family. Super family oriented, great with kids. Some of our working dogs are calm. Some Mastiffs and St. Bernards and the larger breeds, to preserve energy, will lay down a lot, but they're still large and protective and dominant and have higher needs than some other dogs that are not so mentally aware. Herding dogs, bred with another purpose, of course, to herd stock and work on the farms. You've got your Australian Shepherds, like Buddy here. You've got your Border Collies, very smart and very wise. Your Poolies, your Commodores, your Briard. Don't forget they do have a couple smaller dogs like Corgis that are just absolutely adorable. The thing with your herding breeds is that they can nip. They can nip me, you, young children. The reason they can nip is that they're hurting you. So you've got to wear them out with lots of exercise, once again, and a lot of mental stimulation, and possibly give them a job because they were dogs that were bred to have a job. So you want to make sure that they're happy. Since so many of the working dogs and so many of the herding dogs are large dogs, I want to talk to you again about bloat. Understanding that bloat is a medical condition that can happen with a larger dog where the stomach turns over. It is a medical emergency, and it takes the life of a lot of our larger friends. If you have a large dog or thinking about getting a large dog, please look into bloat. Almost all large dogs have issues with joints, dysplasias, or ligaments, so start early in protecting those and getting them some glucosamine, chondroitin. All of those things help with joints. Most large dogs are good with kids. Some are excellent and amazing, and some you still have to really, you usually have to watch almost all kids and dogs, but most of your larger dogs, especially if they're raised with kids, will be excellent with kids. Buddy is amazing with children. You need to have an exercise plan and a training plan, because you need to socialize these dogs, because they can be larger than you. They're very strong, and they can be stronger than you, and you need to make sure that you're the most dominant with all of the working breeds and your herding breeds. They're looking for, do I need to be more dominant than you, the owner? So you need to make sure that you come on with that ability to dominate your dog and be number one, because they like to guard. They like to guard the family. They like to guard the children. All of these working dogs and herding dogs will guard and protect. And you want to make sure that they're not guarding and protecting you against someone that you don't want them to protect you against, because you don't want your dog to bite someone else. These are not generally your best service dogs for people that have specific needs they need filled because of the high energy requirements and the large size. It's hard for them to travel with you. They're not necessarily going to lay at your feet all the time. They may like to go run and frolic in the yard, prefer that to laying at your feet. super intelligent, amazing athletes, love to compete. If you want to compete with your dog, you might want to get a herding or a working dog. You've got to be focused on wearing out their mind because they're so smart. Don't forget that bigger dogs cost more because their beds are bigger, their visits at the vet cost more anesthesia, more medication, more bigger things because they are such a large size, and their dog food bills are higher as well because they eat, they're so big. But I feel very comfortable with big dogs. I've been around big dogs a lot. I showed a Great Dane when I was a junior handler, and so I became very comfortable with them. But I know that those Danes, I had to watch them. They were not very friendly with my friends, and you want to make sure that you keep everyone around you safe at all times. So that is me, Bree Slade, and I'm here in the doghouse, and we want to make sure that you get the right dog, and that you start early on this search, and that you take your time, that you learn about these breeds, because these dogs are very, very faithful and very, very loving. But are you ready for the exercise and the mental stimulation commitment that you need to make for a working or herding dog? I look forward to continuing this conversation. We're wrapping up at the end of our mini-series. We're going to look at toy dogs and our wonderful bully mixed breeds. I can't wait to finish up this mini-series and make sure you get the right dog. I'm Bree Slade. We're in the doghouse together. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.